The Kansas City Chiefs are going back to the AFC Championship game the second straight year. They defeat, destroy, demolish, demoralize the Houston Texans 51-31. Now, you might look at this and say, wow, the Chiefs dominated throughout the game, and you would be factually correct. But you wouldn't know by looking at this score that the Houston Texans actually led the game in the first quarter 24-0. Huge pass from Deshaun Watson, and Kenny Stills wide open, touchdown. Muff punt, touchdown. The Chiefs were looking rough. They were looking distraught. And then Patrick Mahomes put on his big boy pants. Andy Reid furrowed his brow, twisted the stash, and said, all right, folks, let's kill him. And they did just that. Pat Mahomes, 23 for 35, 321 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, 7 rushes for 53 yards. Damian Williams had 47 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Travis Kelce, after some bobbling drops and near miss opportunities by Travis Kelce, 10 receptions, 134 yards, 3 touchdowns. Damian Williams also had a touchdown catch along with Blake Bell. Unfreaking believable. Meanwhile, Deshaun Watson, look, he did everything he could to put this team in a great position. 31 for 52, 388 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also rushed for 37 yards and had a rushing touchdown as well. But, man, what can I say? It was a combination of a fumble. It was a combination of the Texans crumbling under pressure, which they have in the past, whether it be in the Bill O'Brien era or even in the Gary Kubiak era. It's a combination of the defense not being able to stop the onslaught. It's a combination of questionable coaching from Bill O'Brien, some would say, even very conservative coaching by Bill O'Brien. And look, I've said it before, I've gotten some flack, I will say it again. Bill O'Brien is a damn good coach. He's the best coach the Houston Texans have ever had. But they are at a point right now, especially where J.J. Watt is in his career, where they need to take that next step. They need to take that next level. And in my humble opinion, this ain't the next level. They need a head coach. They need a new head coach. And they actually need a living, breathing general manager, not this interim crap. So if I'm the Houston Texans right now, I'm looking at the guy across the field who's calling plays for Pat Mahomes, boy. That's Eric Bieniemy, who still has mind-bogglingly not gotten a head coaching job. And I'm begging him, throwing all kinds of cash at him to get him to be my head coach in 2020. That's what I would do. 24-0. They blew a 24-0 lead in the first quarter. How does that happen? How, Sway? How? How does that happen? Unfreaking believable. Oh, my God. The Chiefs came back with 34 unanswered points. 34! 34! I believe they set the record with most consecutive touchdown drives in a postseason as well with 7. I repeat, 7. The Texans also had some other questionable decisions, like a fake punt that epically failed. Now, it's one thing if I try an epic, awful, failed punt fake in Madden, all right? That's Madden. That ain't real life. Bill O'Brien, who do you think you are? Sean Payton? Come on, man. Oh, my goodness. There were other times where I thought, man, like, if I was playing Madden, I'd be going no huddle here if I was the Texans. Nope. Taking their sweet time. Taking their sweet time. And here we now have the 2019 AFC title game. Pat Mahomes, boy, and the Chiefs taking on Ryan Tannehill, King Derrick Henry, and the Tennessee Titans. And I got to say this. If the Titans can stop the Patriots, the defending Super Bowl champions, Lamar Jackson, the MVP, and Pat Mahomes, boy, somebody needs to give defensive coordinator Dean Pease a raise, because and Mike Vrabel, that'll be an unbelievable job. But the Chiefs offense right now, It looks unstoppable. It looks resilient. And the fact that they were able to come back from this deficit and the fact that they'll be at home next weekend tells me that I like their chances. The Chiefs haven't made a Super Bowl since 1970. That's crazy. A few AFC title game appearances, a few playoff wins here and there. They went through a period for a quarter century where they didn't even have a playoff win, if I'm not mistaken. I recall Alex Smith got them that playoff win, and he set up a nice bridge for Pat Mahomes. And my God, Pat Mahomes is only in year 3. He's only in year 3, and he's only going to get better. My goodness. Now, look, I think the future is absolutely bright for Deshaun Watson. I think they still got a damn good team. But you can also make the strong argument, if you want to look at the glass half empty, that for a long time the Texans did kind of waste J.J. Watt's prime. Look, he's still a hell of a player, and he came back really soon from his torn pec. But, there's a lot of mileage on him. There's a lot of mileage on a lot of these Texans. And, again, on paper, they're a team that probably should have done better the last few years over the course of the Bill O'Brien era, even going back to the Kubiak era. That's kind of been their MO, right? They look good, and then they kind of collapse. And at least now they collapse in the postseason as opposed to the regular season. But still, I think Houston fans deserve better. I think Deshaun Watson deserves better. I think you have too much great talent on that team to have these questionable coaching decisions, to have a performance like this. And look, there's an old saying, fair or unfair. You can't fire all the players, but you could fire the head coach. And I think Bill O'Brien's had more than enough time. Okay, look, the Titans fired their coach, hired Mike Vrabel. A lot of people said, well, wait a minute, the Titans made the playoffs with the previous coach, but look at where Mike Vrabel is now. So it might be worth hiring Eric B., not with Rakim across the field that you saw in that Chiefs game. But, man, congrats. Hey, look, congrats to the Texans. They got this far, but devastating way to go out. And congrats to the Chiefs. A victory for the ages. And if Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can upset the Chiefs, which I don't know if that's even an upset anymore, and can go to Miami and win a Super Bowl with Ryan Tannehill, who was given up by Miami as their quarterback, wow. Just wow. Shout out to Adam Gase. Also, shout out to the people watching me live, including Hedge Coins, who says, fire Bill O'Brien, please. It's ridiculous. Dylan Hatfield says 8 drives. No, actually, the 8th drive was a field goal, but still, 8 straight scoring drives. That's insane. Hedgecoin says, I doubt Bill O'Brien will be fired, unfortunately. Well, they got to do something. And at the end of the day, they need a general manager. And as we know with the NFL or any sport like the NBA or MLB, whenever a new GM comes in and there's a head coach that is kind of maligned, that ain't his guy, there's going to be a pretty damn short leash. But, folks, I want to hear from all of you. What do you think about the Chiefs' chances of making their first Super Bowl in 3 decades? Over 3 decades. It's like 4 decades. 5 decades. Man, I was a math major for sure. What do you think about the Titans' chances of scoring another upset? Or is it an upset? Let me know. Leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this update, like, share, take care. Please subscribe and enable notifications for more updates like this. If you're new to this channel, please check out our new interview with NFL legend, Washington Redskins quarterback Joe Theismann. We talk in depth about Pat Mahomes, Dwayne Haskins, and everything in between. Until next time, everybody, as always, enjoy the games. Wow.